I think literally my day-to-day gave me some extra gray hairs. I'm gonna do a reading for Libra, and I am moving to a new apartment. Very nervous about it. I don't handle change well. How are you with change? Is it easy for you? Once the change has happened, I can get excited about it, but otherwise I'm very slow to change. But this will be good because this place I've been in, I've had, lovers here that are old, old news. And I've had experiences here that, I don't know, have broken my heart, but have also been really beautiful. So I'm saying goodbye to the good as well. My son was 4 years old when we moved in here, and he's 9. And so we've been living in a tiny studio, so he'll finally get his own bedroom. And yeah. But that creating safety for yourself, right? That taking those steps. I don't have like the foundational aspect of that built up inside of me all the time, that internal safety. So I tend to like look outside of myself for things that I know should come from the inside, but anyway. But enough about me. Let's look at Libra's energy. Libra. All right, Libra, that wanted to come out. 10 of Cups. I'm using the Wild Unknown deck today. The small kind of pocket one. And 10 of Cups looks very interesting to me. Couple of things that come to mind when I see this is safety net, like the safety net the safety net of family. This card also kind of reminds me of like the game of telephone, like or that game like when you're a kid and you have a can and you tie a string and your friend has the can and you try to talk to each other. This looks like one large game of that. So I just see like lots of communication. And then also like a support safety net. It almost looks like something that will catch you when you fall. So this is emotion that looks like it's very much solid communication that is interweaving. Emotions that are connected, that are interweaving, that strengthen. So this Ten of Cups is, in some ways, I mean, this is very powerful. It also has like this inner circle kind of vibe. So there are very specific players within this dynamic, and this communication is very sure and familiar. So I don't know if it's wow, that Mother of Swords card flipped. Okay. It's very consistent, and it's, yeah. Okay, and I want one more card for this. So the current energy seems to be that you are a part of a network family, large family, that that's very supportive of one another. A community, a family, both, where the communication is strong. It's emotionally fulfilling. It creates a safety net, this communication. I also see some gossip happening back and forth. It also looks like it's very free, open communication. So that's great. And then what has come out, I have Mother of Swords here. I have Four of Wands. Interesting. I have the Tower. Interesting. And then at the bottom of the deck, I have Five of Pentacles. With this Mother of Swords energy, it's interesting because Mother of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I mean, this is definitely an air quality card, this Mother of Swords. You know what's interesting is it looks like she's staking her claim. So it looks like she's pinpointing something and holding steady on what she sees and knows. So what's interesting is that this Ten of Cups communication that is very consistent, very tight-knit, very much like a safety net, very much sure, very much headed in these lines of communication that are very, almost like, they seem very, again, firm, tight-knit, sure, consistent, regular, back and forth. And it's almost like as if she's putting her sword in the middle of that communication and is like changing it. Like saying, almost like make space for me in an interesting sort of way. almost like right over the top of that Ten of Cups. She's building a home. With the wands, and she's piercing through the center and saying, this is home. So I almost see her as like I almost see this happening, like top of this, and then piercing right through the center and kind of changing the shape of this Ten of Cups. So this Mother of Swords is effectively changing the shape and putting herself at the center, some sort of truth. And it has something to do with home, because we have the Four of Wands, which is all about the home and creating and that nest vibe. But in putting her truth in the center, it changes this communication from very back and forth, very much consistent, to I'm in the center and communication goes out from me. I almost see it like almost restructuring the way the Ten of Cups happens, which is interesting. So I don't know if you're the Mother of Swords, or if you're dealing with someone who's the Mother of Swords, I just imagine too, like, because this owl is an interesting character, just like, oh, interesting, and just comes and lands and says, and now this. And it's almost like this kind of arriving on the scene and having this natural credibility. Because the truth here that I'm seeing, at least from the cards, is that she owns the home. But it causes this, when the truth comes through, when she builds her home on top of the Ten of Cups, and she sticks her sword through, it breaks up the way things have always been, and it disperses. So it disperses the energy. And it's almost like she makes the nest work for her. And it's totally what happens, because when she does this, when the Mother of Swords, which I think I've been saying the Queen of Swords, when the Mother of Swords does this, because this is a closed circle, and then this Mother of Swords comes in and transforms what the Ten of Cups mean, what home means, and it literally, her truth here, it's like a shock of lightning to the system here. I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's a shock to the system, to the Ten of Cups system here. Her flying in with her truth of home. When she places the sword in the middle, it does this lightning comes down, and then this is the restructuring. So the Tower, so you know, you've had this very stable back and forth kind of group, everything happens in a certain way all the time. Mother of Swords comes in, this very foundational way of things being done gets changed. She changes it. And the reason I say that is because then at the bottom, well, there's a couple of things. We have the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. So it's almost as if by this Tower coming in, it shifts the dynamic. And now somebody is feeling outside of this circle. So what once everybody benefited from, her placing her truth, which brings this Tower moment, changes the dynamic. Somebody is now on the out. The Five of Pentacles. And then what we have under the Five of Pentacles, which is interesting, is the Nine of Cups. So what it does is it changes the Ten of Cups, where everything is like this, to this Nine of Cups structure that is more open, and where everybody's more open. It changes the dynamic. Everybody has to think for themselves maybe a bit more. It's more of a receptive mode and not a, excuse me, my foot is falling asleep, and not a kind of, there's less surety. And there's more space here, quiet space in the middle. The cups have all shifted. And then you have the moon symbol here. And aren't owls nocturnal? So she changes the dynamic by doing this. Now, I don't know who is out, but you know, I'm not clear on that. I'm not clear who's feeling out, but it's almost a process of like someone is feeling out, but then everything rebalances. But in the end, sorry, bear with me. In the end, this version of home is what becomes the truth. So in her doing this, she breaks up some sort of emotional, maybe this could even be a codependent dynamic, and where everybody's like, this is just how it is, who's in, who's out. But nature doesn't really work like that, and humans don't really. I mean, you can try for this, and there's nothing even necessarily wrong with this dynamic, right? It's great to have a safety net. It's great to be supported. But what I'm seeing here is that something about this Mother of Swords comes in and says, here's how it will be, and restructures the whole dynamic, creating a shift, which adjusting to takes time. Somebody is not happy. Somebody in this Ten of Cups is not happy. Is not happy. But eventually, yeah, because it goes from the 10 to the 9 of Cups. So whoever's in this 5 of Pentacles, who is not happy, maybe leaves the group, maybe doesn't like the restructure, but 9 of them are okay with it, accept it, like it, want the feeling of home, or stay with it, receive it, work with it. So interesting. And then there's a interesting, a Son of Cups underneath that 9 of Cups. So the Son of Cups is maybe she's doing this for her child. I don't know. Maybe she's making space for her child to swim more freely, to have more space. Because this dynamic, while it is a great safety net, there's not a whole lot of room to swim. It's a certain dynamic. It's enclosed. It's one way of communicating. Now, Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. But what I'm getting from the cards is that nobody was really able to just be with themselves. This is very like outward pushing, outward. This is a place of peace. So by a more peaceful place. So by the Mother of Swords coming in and restructuring, it has opened up this. Okay. That's what I have for today. Have a great day. And I'll see you when I'm able to do another reading. Bye.